Gainbridge Fieldhouse was more than just an arena. It was a cauldron of finals intensity. The air crackled with anticipation, a tangible energy that vibrated through every seat, every stanchion, every fiber of the building. The weight of the series hung heavy, palpable in the roar of the crowd and the squeak of sneakers on the polished hardwood. Every dribble of the ball, a rhythmic pulse against the silence before the storm. Every cheer that erupted from the stands, a wave crashing against the shore of tension, felt magnified, amplified, as if each moment held the power to irrevocably alter the season's trajectory. The stakes were immense, the pressure crushing. For the Oklahoma City Thunder, a young team brimming with potential but facing their first true test on this grand stage, trailing 2-1 in the series, the weight of expectation threatened to become a burden. Game 4 was a crossroads, a pivotal moment that would define their journey and potentially determine their fate. It was a game where legacies could be forged and dreams could be shattered. Win, and the dream of a championship lives on, fueled by renewed hope and the momentum of a hard-fought victory. Win, and the series becomes a best-of-3, a fresh start with the scales balanced. Lose, and the abyss of a 3-1 deficit looms large, a seemingly insurmountable obstacle that has historically proven fatal to championship aspirations. The pressure to avoid that outcome was immense. The Pacers, led by the dynamic duo of Haliburton and the veteran savvy of Siakam, had firmly seized control of the series, dictating the terms of engagement and showcasing their dominance on both ends of the court. Their home crowd, a sea of yellow and blue, roared them on with unwavering fervor, a deafening symphony of support that fueled their every possession. Eager to push the Thunder to the very brink of elimination, to witness their collapse and celebrate their own team's ascent to greatness. The atmosphere was electric, bordering on hostile. The Thunder's season, a remarkable journey built on unwavering poise, selfless teamwork, and a deep-seated unity, was now facing its most critical and unforgiving test. Under the blinding glare of the finals lights, the pressure intensified, demanding they rediscover the qualities that had brought them this far. Could they rise to the occasion? Indiana played the aggressor from the opening tip, setting a tone of physicality and relentless pressure, dictating the tempo of the game, forcing the Thunder to play at their pace, a whirlwind of fast breaks and contested shots, and relentlessly forcing OKC out of their comfort zone, disrupting their offensive flow and exposing vulnerabilities on the defensive end. For the Thunder, this game was about more than just X's and O's. It was about rediscovering their core identity. The fluid, unselfish basketball that had defined their success, the crisp passing, the constant movement, the willingness to sacrifice individual glory for the sake of the team, and proving their resilience, their mental fortitude, their ability to rise to the occasion and deliver when it mattered most, silencing the doubters and reaffirming their belief in themselves. The world watched with bated breath, every eye glued to the screen, every heart pounding with anticipation. Would this young, electrifying team, facing adversity for the first time on this scale, rise from the edge of the precipice, summoning the strength and determination to mount a comeback for the ages? Or would they falter under the immense pressure, their story rewritten in the bitter ink of heartbreak, their championship dreams fading into the darkness of defeat? The answer was about to be revealed. The Thunder's journey to the finals was defined by dominance, not luck. They stormed through the West, led by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's brilliance and Chet Holmgren's defensive presence, rarely losing back-to-back games. Their cohesion and joy were infectious, a testament to Coach Daigneault's culture. Playoff pressure hadn't fazed them, until now. Facing a 2-1 deficit, doubt crept in for the first time all year. The Pacers had exposed cracks, making the Thunder look vulnerable and uncertain. The question was their season-long excellence a true reflection, or would the finals pressure reveal hidden fragility? Game 4 would reveal their true championship DNA. A 3-1 finals deficit. The numbers themselves tell a daunting story. It's a near-death sentence in the playoffs, a precipice from which few teams manage to claw their way back. The weight of history, the pressure of the moment, it all converges on the court, threatening to suffocate any hope of a comeback. The statistics are stark. Few teams ever return from such a deep hole. The mountain seems too high, the odds too stacked against them. The feeling of despair can be palpable, hanging heavy in the locker room and on the faces of the players. Doubt creeps in, whispering insidious suggestions of defeat. The Thunder felt the weight of this reality as they warmed up. The energy was different, the atmosphere thick with tension. The usual pre-game banter was subdued, replaced by a quiet intensity. Their usual confidence, the swagger that had carried them through the regular season, was replaced by a steely focus, a grim determination to defy the odds. Each player knew what was at stake, the legacy that hung in the balance. Every possession now carried the weight of their season, the hopes of a city, the dreams of a championship. Each pass, each shot, each rebound was magnified, scrutinized under the immense pressure of the situation. There was no room for error, no margin for complacency. The Pacers, sensing blood in the water, played with a relentless ferocity, a hunger to close out the series on their home court. They could taste victory, and they were determined to seize it. Their crowd, a roaring sea of yellow and blue, amplified every run, every defensive stop, every moment of Pacers' dominance. The energy in the arena was electric, a palpable force that threatened to overwhelm the Thunder. Indiana wanted not just a win, not just to extend their lead, but a knockout blow, a statement victory that would cement their place as true contenders. They aimed to crush the Thunder's spirit, to leave no doubt about their superiority. Inside the Thunder huddle, amidst the chaos and the deafening noise, the message was clear, concise, and unwavering. Block out the noise, the negativity, the doubt that was swirling around them. Focus on the task at hand, on the game in front of them. Fight for every possession, every inch of the court. Leave everything on the floor with no regrets. And refuse to let the narrative end here. Refuse to succumb to the pressure. Refuse to believe that defeat was inevitable. The specter of a three, one hole loomed large, a dark cloud hanging over the Thunder's championship aspirations. It was demanding a level of toughness, a level of resilience, a level of grit that OKC had yet to consistently show throughout the playoffs. This was the ultimate test of their character. This was their moment to prove they were more than just talented, more than just a collection of gifted players. This was their chance to show they were built for championships, that they possessed the heart, the will, and the unwavering belief to overcome any obstacle. The third quarter. A pivotal moment in any basketball game where adjustments are made, strategies are tweaked, and the true mettle of a team is tested. This particular third quarter would prove to be a turning point, a period of dominance that would shift the momentum entirely. It nearly broke the Thunder. The energy seemed to drain from their players, their shots lost their touch, and their defense crumbled under the relentless pressure. The once confident team appeared lost and disoriented. Indiana, led by Haliburton's masterful orchestration, his pinpoint passes and calm demeanor guiding the offense with precision. He was the conductor of the Pacers orchestra, ensuring everyone was in sync. And Siakam's sheer power, his ability to drive to the basket, absorb contact, and finish strong, ignited the crowd and demoralized the Thunder's defense. Every basket was a statement. Found another gear, a higher level of intensity and execution that the Thunder simply couldn't match. The Pacers were playing with a sense of urgency and determination, stretching a slim lead into a commanding double-digit advantage. The scoreboard told the story of the quarter, a testament to Indiana's dominance. The Pacers' offense hummed with efficiency, each pass crisp, each movement purposeful, creating open looks and easy baskets. They were playing as a cohesive unit, anticipating each other's moves. The crowd roared with every basket, their energy fueling the Pacers' surge and creating a hostile environment for the Thunder. The arena was a sea of gold and blue, a testament to the Pacers' loyal fan base. And OKC's shots clanged off the rim, each miss a blow to their confidence and a further indication of their struggles. The pressure was mounting, and the Thunder were feeling it. Defensive lapses, missed rotations, and breakdowns in communication plagued the Thunder, allowing the Pacers to capitalize and extend their lead. They were struggling to contain Indiana's offensive firepower, and hesitant offense plagued the Thunder, their players second-guessing themselves, passing up open shots and failing to attack the basket with conviction. The flow of their offense had completely stagnated, their identity slipping away, the swagger and confidence that had defined them earlier in the game replaced by frustration and doubt. They were losing their grip on the game. The bench's body language told the story, a silent acknowledgement of the team's struggles and a growing sense of unease. Concern etched on the faces of the coaching staff, urgency in their frantic discussions as they desperately searched for a solution to stem the tide. and a creeping sense of despair settling over the Thunder bench, the weight of the moment heavy on their shoulders. Indiana played with the confidence of champions, their every move exuding belief and determination, a clear sign that they were in control. OKC looked lost and bewildered, their game plan unraveling before their eyes, unable to find an answer to Indiana's relentless attack. As the quarter closed, the buzzer sounded, signaling the end of a disastrous 12 minutes for the Thunder. The Thunder trailed by 12, a significant deficit that loomed large as they headed into the final quarter. Just 12 minutes from facing a daunting 3-1 deficit in the series, a hole that would be incredibly difficult to climb out of. The dream of a tied series felt distant, fading with each missed shot and defensive breakdown. The weight of the situation was palpable. The question hung heavy in the air. Did the Thunder have one last surge left, one final push to overcome adversity and salvage their hopes of a series victory, or would Indiana's dominance prove too much to overcome? The fourth quarter brought a transformation. The Thunder returned to the floor with defiance, channeling desperation into focused aggression. Defense ignited the comeback. Lou Dort hounded Halliburton, Holmgren protected the rim, and passing lanes vanished. Transition opportunities fueled their offense. The ball moved with renewed purpose. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander attacked relentlessly. Jalen Williams hit clutch shots, and the team trusted each other again. The double-digit deficit vanished as OKC outscored Indiana by 14 in the final frame. The Indiana crowd fell silent, replaced by the Thunder's shouts of belief. OKC had stared down elimination and responded with the heart of a champion. They snatched victory from the jaws of defeat. The comeback was no accident. It was tactical brilliance and individual heroics. Coach Daigneault adjusted, having Holmgren hedge higher on pick and rolls, disrupting Indiana's rhythm. Offensively, OKC pushed the pace, attacking before the Pacers could set their defense. Shai was the engine, but off-ball movement from Williams and Dort opened the floor. Key moments: Giddey's offensive rebound and kick out for a 3, Holmgren's game-changing block, and a fast break and 1 for Shai. The Thunder's final possessions were a masterclass in unselfish basketball. They rediscovered their identity: smart, connected, relentless. This was the team that had stormed through the West. In the post-game press conference, Coach Daigneault's pride was unmistakable. "That was a blood-and-guts win," he said. "Not about strategy, about spirit." He praised his team's willingness to fight for every inch, to communicate, to hold each other accountable. "You learn who you are in games like this," he reflected. Facing a double-digit deficit in the fourth, they didn't flinch. They fought. This, he said, was a character-defining moment for a young team. The victory was about heart, not just the scoreboard. Daigneault's words became the night's mantra: pure, unadulterated fight. The Thunder's win didn't just even the series, it reset the finals. Now tied 2-2, the pressure shifted. Home court advantage swung back to OKC. The Thunder, once vulnerable, now brimmed with confidence and momentum. They'd proven they could win a gritty physical game on the road. Indiana, meanwhile, faced doubt and regret, knowing they'd let a golden chance slip. The series became a best-of-3, every possession magnified. The tactical chess match would intensify, and the emotional stakes had never been higher. The Thunder's comeback breathed new life into their championship dream. As the teams left Indianapolis, the echoes of Game 4 lingered. This was more than a win. It was a coming-of-age moment for the Thunder. Their fourth-quarter rally became the blueprint for future resilience. For OKC, it forged a bond and belief that would last beyond this series. For the Pacers, it left haunting what-ifs and a challenge to rediscover their edge. The finals narrative had been rewritten in 12 furious minutes. Momentum proved fragile, heart indispensable. The Thunder's blood-and-guts win was a declaration. They would not go quietly. The stage was set for a thrilling, unpredictable finish, one worthy of champions.